This week I am actually trying to, is it raining? No. Hello everybody. So this week's Time to Bake was originally live, pretty much. I was filming as I was actually baking so you could see what I was doing. Got to the end of it, uploaded it on the computer and found out the sound didn't work. So, unfortunately, what you're about to see is pretty much like my old format videos where I introduce and then just talk over the top of me baking like it was before, which is a shame because I thought it'd be fun for you to actually see me in the kitchen. This week, I'm actually trying to rejig. I'm gonna put this on a stand actually so you can see me a bit better. Hang on. And I'm not gonna use my, oh, it's a bit squint. Oh, that's really squint. Right, okay, I'm just gonna, right. So, originally I used my microphone, which I bought, spent some money on, but it seems to be really temperamental, and if I don't have it sat at the right angle on my hip, then it seems to pop out or like cut out every so often. So that's a bit, that sucks a little. So yeah, this week with me tinkering around with my vegan recipe for cake, I decided I was going to look into what made my vegan recipe work and see if I could make it better. If you have watched any of my vegan recipes before, then you'll see that I have made a Victoria sponge and done various other cupcakes, and they do work, they do make some sort of cake, but I also feel that either they're a bit too rubbery or they're a bit too flaky because something in there just wasn't holding it together. I have discovered the joy of xantham gum recently, which is quite exciting. The reason that I'm tinkering around with my vegan recipe is because I want to learn how things are baked. I want to try a little bit more of recipes to figure out the reasons why certain things work and the ratios of different fats and oils and butters and various things, blah 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 blah. Basically what I'm trying to do is trying to learn. I want to have a few recipes that I know every single time I make this recipe it will work, because I have some plans. If you want to know more, I've put a link into my blog post this week, just explaining a little bit more about my reason for learning. But until then, here is my recipe, thus far, for vegan cake. Okay, so we're back. I thought by putting less leavening in, it would make it rise a little bit less, but that did not happen. Well, it made the dome happen less. As you're about to see, comparison difference between this one and this one is that it rose less. So therefore, what I have learned is keep the amount of leavening that I have in there because of the size of the tin that made it dome, rather than the actual amount itself. It certainly wasn't moist, it wasn't overly moist, so that's that. But that's good to know, good to see that the practice has given me this understanding of what's happening. Although kind of layers of the thing. Either way, I'm happy with the crumb and the flavour that it has. You can kind of see here, if you look at this, it's really good and spongy. So that's nice, and it has a nice texture, not too dense. And flavour-wise, it just tastes like a really plain cake. Again, like I was saying, the ingredients inside there kind of do take away from what main flavour you'll want. So if you want a vanilla sponge, I would say put in at least a tablespoonful. Maybe a wee bit more, just because things like the oil and the coconut oil or whatever, it's going to bring it down and mute it.
What works perfectly though is lemon. Lemon works amazingly in this recipe. I do know that, and I've had rave reviews. So that's pretty much that. So that's what I've learned today. So I've learned that yes, my recipe works. I've learned that I just need to leave the amount of baking soda and baking powder in there in order to get the nice height that you want from a cake. I do know that this recipe works as cupcakes, so even if you were to just fill it into a million cupcakes, just leave it as the recipe is. You don't have to do anything different to it. I'll maybe try it on a different size tin and then figure out from there how I can scale it up and down, because that will be my next challenge.
And there you have it. I have now got 2 vegan cakes. This one was the original recipe which you just saw, and this one was the one with the leavening taken out. So sticking to this recipe, I would say that's your best bet. You might need to cut off the top or leave it on, it's up to you. I mean, there is more cake for you to eat that way. So yeah, sorry about the lack of sound and everything going a bit wrong this week. I was hilarious, let me tell you, I had it all going. It was a little show just for you. But no, I guess it's just me chatting again. Well, the next episode I will be decorating this cake, so stay tuned for that. That's it for this week. My name is Colin, this is Colin's Time to Bake. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.